Now, before you clutch your pearls, let me explain. This isn't about ignoring other people or not caring. This is about staying in your lane, focusing on your journey, and not giving distraction by everyone else doing what they're doing. Because let's be real, too many of us are out there swerving, comparing, and worrying about somebody else's road when we should be worried about our own journey or thinking about our own journey. So come along with us, guys. And we're going to discuss today about minding your own business.
I know, say we have the power, but there's things we touch the road.
Now, why do we even get distracted by other people's journey? Comparison culture is real. Social media, gossip, that's one cousin at the family reunion who swears that they have everything together and they're making so many profits and everything's going all good. Yes, we are constantly bombarded with other people's highlight reels, right? But here's the truth. Their journey isn't your journey. We weren't meant to take the same route, hit the same milestones, or even drive the same kind of car. Danger of roadside distractions can be lethal to your journey. Imagine you're driving and you keep looking at the car next to you. What happens? You drift, you swerve, you might even crash. The same thing happens in life. Now, I have witnessed this in my own life. Like growing up, I had 4 sisters. Yes, my dad had 5 girls. Imagine living in a house with 5 girls and your wife and everybody sinking together. I know it was probably chaotic. I sympathize with what my dad was going through, but I digress. Now, when I was growing up, one of my older sisters, we looked at her as, or everyone looked at her as the very eloquent speaker. And because of that, she used to go around and she used to study the dictionary and have these big words at any given time, right? So everybody was proud of her. My parents were proud of her. And you hear it, right? You hear the accolades as a younger sister. And I wanted to be like her. So what used to happen is when she passed an exam in high school, I was in a younger grade, used to hear about it. And when I started, I wanted to go to her high school and I got into her high school and she ended up becoming an auditor. So of course, I am going to take the same exams and I'm going to prove that I can get as high score as she did. And what did I do? I took the exam and I got as high score that she did. I know that she got another high score in something else and that's what I did. But the thing is, I never wanted to get into accounting. I still don't want to get into accounting. I still don't like all of that stuff, right? And I went down that path when really I wanted to get into computer science, information technology. That's who I am. I'm an analyst, right? And throughout, I spent so many time trying to one up her, and not focusing on my journey, which ended up being that at my last years in high school, that's when I started focusing and coming down on my computer science and my math and everything so that I could catch up and graduate with whatever scores I needed to get into university or whatever college for computer science. This is how you get distracted by other people's journey and what other people are doing to go ahead. We get so distracted watching them and, we are not focusing on where we're going. There's some signs you need to get back in your own lane. And I realized that while I was going through my own journey. You need to realize when you are drifting. Sometimes we're more concerned about what others are doing than our own progress. If you know all about your friend's promotion but haven't worked on your own goals, that's time for a reset. That's time to sit back and figure out what you're doing. Realize that this is what you're engaging in. You're constantly comparing your timeline to someone else's. When you sit there and you watch how your friends or everyone else is progressing and not looking at your own timelines, just because someone else got married or bought a house or launched their business, your journey is yours. Focus on what your journey is. I remember seeing some friends of mine in my sisterhood that I've spoken about. They were doing their own thing and they were meeting their goals. So I thought, because you're on the outside looking in, right? You're not seeing the stress that they went through. You're not seeing what they did for their growth and focus on their journey to achieve what they're achieving. And I wanted that. I wanted to, dive in and how they're progressing and everything. But then I had to sit down and recognize this is not my journey. What they're doing is not what I want to do. I had a friend who's in real estate, and she bought an apartment, and it was, the apartment was getting, property value was increasing, and she was so proud of herself. And I was proud of her. But I was looking, maybe I should get into real estate. Seriously, Keisha, really? So it's about staying in your lane and focusing on your journey. I had things going on in my life that I should have been focused on and that I eventually started focusing on and, progress in my lane. Sometimes you feel drained from worrying about things that don't concern you. Like, as I was talking about, they're progressing and I'm looking at myself and seeing, oh, they started their own business. They're getting their master's or PhD. What am I doing? Sis, if you're losing sleep over someone else's choices, it's time to refocus. Your hesitation on your own path because of fear or self-doubt can also hold you back. I don't think that fear is a bad word. Fear can drive you. Fear can give you, if you use it properly, can give you the strength to move forward. And sometimes we distract ourselves by watching others, and because of their strength and everything, we look and we take those positive moments, and it is easier to watch them than face our next step and move forward. I'm all for moving forward, and I'm all for using all things and all opportunity that you have in front of you to help you to move forward. Whether it be fear, whether it be courage, whether it be disappointment, use it and think about, what is it that I can do better tomorrow? What is it that I can do next to move forward? But keep focused and keep in your lane, and ask yourself sometimes, what is it? How can I stay in my lane and own my own journey? I came upon like 3 things that I use when I realize that I'm getting distracted by the car next to me, right? Sometimes I'd sit down and I tell myself, mind your own business, Keisha. Stay on track. I set my own GPS, which are my goals and priorities, and the steps that I need to take to go where I want to go. Ask myself, where do you want to go? What's important to me? When I have a clear map and I vision that clear map, I can sit and speak to myself. And I know sometimes people will say, Keisha, you're talking to yourself again. Are you, going crazy? And I say to them, sometimes I have the best conversations with myself because I know me and I can chastise myself and I can give myself my accolades, even though I say, your sisterhood, your group, the guys, whatever it is that you have, that is your strength or your building block, who you can run to, can give you these upliftment. But sometimes, spending time with yourself and talking to yourself and recognizing, hey, Keisha, what are you doing? Come on, get back on the road, is a very good step and very good way for you to see what's happening and have a clear map of where you want to go. You won't be tempted to copy someone else's route when you have a clear map. Celebrate without comparing. That's something else that I try to do for myself. I celebrate my small wins that I was talking about. Clap for others without questioning your own progress. Nothing is wrong with seeing someone else's win and, feeling good. Their win doesn't mean it's your loss. Another thing that helps me is to limit distractions and stay present. Stay present in whatever it is that is my plan, that is important to me, that is my goal. Less scrolling, less overanalyzing. This is speaking to me. I do that a lot. I overanalyze, I overplan, and I want to make sure every detail is what it is. Get on the road. Start doing. Start accomplishing the things that you have set out on your plan, on your script, the vision that you have. Start doing. Focus on your progress, your wins, your journey. These things help me in staying in my lane and minding my own business. Please tell me, what are some areas of your life where you need to stop worrying about what others are doing and focusing on? What is your growth? Like, subscribe, and comment below. And check me out on socials. Everything is at Pathways and Pit Stops right now. So you can comment and you can look at some of my reels and have some encouragement. Share them if you want. Go right ahead. Share, stitch. I don't care. Just, put some encouragement out there and let others grow with you and be encouraged by all these positive accolades and sharing your wins. Your path is yours. No one else can walk it, drive it, or live it but you. So mind your business, stay in your lane, and trust that your journey is unfolding exactly how it should be. Have a great day, guys. See you on the road.